1:39 a.m. on Holy Sunday, 3:13, Pi Day Eve. 3:13, Purdue Cran at rank number 3, number 13, simply as good as it gets. When I went in '83. 3, I'm a third, George A. Crawford III. People say he's going to leave you. The bad guys are saying he's going to leave you. And they say that to somebody, making them think that the person who's going to leave them is going to get killed. Or leave, go away. But in reality, what they are meaning, what they're doing is saying he's going to leave you because you're going to go away to heaven and he's going to stay here. He's going to leave you when you go someplace else, when they kill them. Those kind of games. RIP, rest in peace. You're better than me. I killed someone, you didn't. So you're better than me. All these little games, little half-truths. People living in competition, all I want is a little peace of mind. Honor's an honor, the law's the law. You're no different than everybody else. We don't let just anybody do it. Merrill Lynch owes me $1 trillion for disrespecting me and my ownership and probably murdering my dad. And the campaign, one time there's no franchises, no independently owned offices. They're all part of Merrill Lynch, headquartered in New York. And one time after my degrees and all the legal issues, Merrill Lynch in Kansas City has nothing to do with Merrill Lynch in New York, traded in the stock market there. Merrill Lynch in Kansas City is a private company, has nothing to do with anything in those New York companies that have stock in the stock market. These people are scum. Of course, they could maybe, find a way to justify themselves, call it Merrill Lynch, period, which is their company that a couple of individuals make up and maybe even have real, licensed paperwork in the state of Missouri, whatever. So that company with an extra comma or period in it is not the same company, that is the Merrill Lynch with stock where you can buy it, or Bank of America. And, maybe they're inside that office and they get away with this shit. And they'll just take every comma and period and say, well, we're not lying or telling the truth. Well, I don't. That bullshit that the courthouse enforces, disrespecting my ownership of the company, that has stock and that I had trust account in. And people who say, well, I'm not going to like you because you're going to go to Wharton. Because my dad went there. Do you like your dad? Well, I didn't go to Wharton. To me, it was just some rich private school. It cost a lot of money. And some of the stuff around here, well, if you learn something, what difference does it matter where you learn it at? You learn it at KU or, it's all the same stuff, right? Oklahoma State said that. Purdue said different things, like we teach you useful information, then they tell you can't do the information they teach you, and you're no different than everybody else, or it's just a bunch of nonsense back and forth. One time this, one time that, with everything, everybody, everywhere. So Merrill Lynch, Smith Barney, Payne Weber hand me $1 trillion for disrespecting my ownership. Police, courthouse, Kansas Securities Commission, Real Estate Commission, disrespecting me, Coldwell Banker, Sears, Berkshire Hathaway, Reese Nichols, Merrill Lynch. You had me banned from the property, and then you sent me letters to come back and become a client. Smith Barney did the same thing, or called me up after they arrested me, called me up to become a client like Dad. Payne Weber, Paine Webber, that's all they do is own stock and own the company. That's all they do. They don't do anything else. That's, you know, every company has something they do, huh? Every company has some little culture they do that, well, you know, I don't know about it. Other people may know things I mean, it's all just a bunch of bullshit. Some people know what it is. Some people don't know what it is. Some people, one time it's this, one time it's that. School books and everything they teach is just to that culture for that particular school or company or within that, I mean, it's all just a bunch of bullshit. You find out that it's just like one time this, one time that. I'm common sense right, hand me a trillion punks. Uneven nostrils. Old black and white pictures of my dad, he did not have uneven. He had uneven nostrils, and after college, he had even nostrils, and would he claim in his bullshit that he went to California to get a nose job? One of the girls that worked at Video Corner got a nose job, and that's why she went to work at Video Corner, because she heard the dad got a nose job, or he was really a cop, so some cop worked there, because he would only work around people who had the same ideas as him, and he would just he was snot nosed. Said, "You own the place." Yeah, I own the place. It's your mom and dad, to dad. You didn't own the place, not as far as I know. But they were lying to me and telling me so much different crap. I don't know what to believe. The other owner, 1/3 owner, was taking money from the store his wife worked at, and there's nothing you could do about it. And he's just hurting himself when the company gets sold, because it's making it less valuable for him when he tries to sell his. And all these different whose side are you on? One time it's, the chairman of the board. He's the chairman of the board. You work for him. He owns the place. That was most ridiculous. Well, he wants to buy a new fancy house, and he's counting on you to work there and buy the company, and us buy the company so he can buy his new fancy house. So, who cares? I'm counting on you paying me the highest paycheck in Kansas City or America. Think I'm gonna fucking work after you say my degrees don't matter and call me a pussy woman for talking about my degrees, and called yourself a woman, and degrees don't matter, and you don't know shit because you're not employed at one, degrees don't matter. That's a flunk out of kindergarten. Well, we don't need degrees to do it. We can do it without getting, you can get paid to do it. How much money do you get paid? You can do it, but can you get paid to do it? Make money. Start telling me I'm not supposed to make more than $30,000 a year, but new lawyers have to make $100,000 a year. Back in the '80s, I was supposed to make $30,000 a minute. Hedge fund paycheck. Go on and on with everything. RIP. They murdered my dad. They fucked me up. I need to be fucked up bad.